Welcome back to the Crooked Spine Show. Today's talk is about your nervous system. I do an in-office workshop during the normal school year. My new patients understand how the nerves relate to the overall symptoms of sometimes pain, numbness, weakness, tingling, burning, or even headaches too. This talk, as I go through, is very sequential. Talk about how the body is created so your nerves actually control everything in the body. Talk about how to measure the nerves and how we measure nerve stress or a relaxed nerve. Also, I link in the chart notes and post notes is the actual nerve chart itself, which links to your spine, location in your body, to organs of your body, and to your symptoms of your body, to how your body feels. This controls your back and neck to stay relaxed or in pain, controls digestion, sleep, stress, and even your attitude also. We talk about that. Also, how to prevent something from happening is one of our talks, about 26 minutes. Our Q&A section with the patients that showed up for the workshop talk about, is back surgery the best thing for your back if your back is pretty severe. Also talk about, do doctors actually listen to you and which ones don't in the patient experience that show up at the workshop, along with the benefits of overall stretch. Alright, so in the show notes we'll have all these links to the actual highlights of the actual video. If not, go right to the show and I'll hear from you afterwards.
This class is about how to get and stay healthy. You guys have gone through specifically soreness, pain, tightness for one, too, sciatica for one. And with that comes along with, okay, quality of life, am I sleeping enough, do I have enough energy? The goal is, once we get the body to heal enough, how do we go from there to a healthy body all the time? You guys have good habits now. You've done a good thing to get a routine going and maintaining that. It's not easy, and it's work. To stay healthy, people don't understand, it takes work. It's where you have to go to the gym, work out, stretch every day, and still be sore, and still have problems. So how do we get over that to make our habit routinely, unconsciously, all the time? The first part here, on that first line of my papers I've had for a while now, really talks about our philosophy is to switch people's perception of relying on medications or surgeries or listening to someone all the time to stay healthy. We talked about a second ago, how do you learn how to keep yourself healthy for you and maintain that on your own? That's our biggest thing. The body is a great machine. I'm going to go through that somewhat too. If there's 101, I guess physiology of the human body would do like maybe 0.5. Something very simple. Very easy. Okay. This first part here talks about embryology, how the body works, how the body actually forms, how these nerves control everything in the body. So here's after 7 days of fertilization, a sperm and egg come together, we have what's called the mesoderm. Okay? It's a group of cells that come together and start working to differentiate and separate into things down the line as we become adults and humans. First thing that separates after 7 days called a primitive node and primitive streak. What do you think those things two are inside the body, the soft tissues, down the line in a baby or an adult? And a human. What do you think?
Spinal cord?
Look at this! That's one of the first times people actually figured out, you are smarter than I thought. It's a compliment, I think. It's a compliment.
I think that's kind of a backwards way.
It's a compliment somewhat, right? Okay. Let's keep going, guys. Keep going. Don't want to waste any time. Once these nerves form, from here, we talk about how it branches off from the brain to the spinal cord to the whole body. So one part of the brain, I did talk earlier with somebody who does neurofeedback, very scientific, towards your right side of your brain, it sends nerves through your spinal cord, through the left side of the body and opposite side of the body, all the way through. Okay? Same thing, opposite sides, the left hemisphere of the brain, cortical cortex, big words, the spinal alignment tract, the spinal cord, down the opposite side, down the right side from the left, upper body and lower body. Any questions about that?
Well, at what stage did you see? Oh, after 7 days.
After 7 days. So that's a 7-day rule. That's why they use number 7 for everything, I guess. I don't know what it is. After those form, then your body starts forming calcification or bones around the skull and the spinal column, the bones itself, to make things want to become more solid down the line. And over time, as it forms ribs too, protect the organs. Okay? All the way through. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, my pictures are actually okay today. I'm surprised. She has decent penmanship. Same thing too. And one thing is too, what happens is the organs do form in the process. So we have, for example, the heart over here. I want to do it in blue. Put little kidneys down here. And a little liver right in the middle. Wherever you want to put it. That kind of look like you've seen in anatomy books? Anybody? Hesitation means no.
I never took an anatomy.
That's a good thing. It's too painful to watch. Painful. And from there too, obviously you get limbs. I don't have time for that because it's a short version. I just draw little fins. People say sea turtle. Pick your imagination for limbs.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
No.
This is how the body should form in a natural embryology process, to where we have the spinal cord, the brain. From there, it differentiates the cells again into your wiring system of your body, connecting to each organ of the body. Then from there, your body can form the skull, the structure, the hard structure, support you once after you're born. Okay? How do these nerves, second part is talking.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Does the bones develop before the organs?
They actually develop, afterwards.
After the organs.
So after the organs are in place,
Then
the
they-
bones form more the last thing.
Oh,
You
okay.
did catch what you were. Oh, again, she was just talking about. Watch a lot of National Geographic or something. Okay. Next part down here talks about how the nerves work. The nerves work and travel and control organs of the body, muscle tissue, things like that, even bone growth, and also your blood pressure, heart, everything else as we know, because it allows things to connect based on its function and stressors in the environment. Okay? So a normal nerve, you draw this, the nerve shell all the way through, one there, one here. I'm going to get a better black pen in the future, one here. A normal nerve has a normal, what's called a sine wave. Okay, meaning that it's going to flow nice and smooth, the high and low, the max and minimum, all the way through. Normal functioning nerve allows your muscles to stay relaxed, nerves to stay flexible, or to stay in their normal function. They don't overstress or minimize or hypofunction. Okay? I just make up words in my head, sorry. Another one is going to be irritated nerve, where it goes above and below its normal range. At that point, is that going to be more relaxed, or is that going to be more of a stressed out muscle, tissue, or organ? What do you think?
Stressed out.
Stressed out, right? Everything wants to become stressed out to where at that point your muscles stay tight. Your organs want to become more hyper-function. I feel they come in with cardiac arrhythmia, not because they have heart problems, they're checked out by their cardiologist. It's because their body is dealing with too much stress. So nerves make that heart going from the brain to the body become more irritated, more stressed out in a stress state. Any questions about that? Easy stuff, right? What happens when someone has, for example, foot drop or foot weakness or arm weakness, hand weakness? The body's intelligent. If you don't want to heal from here to here, over time it's going to shut things down because it cause more permanent damage. Okay? So what it'll do is go to more of a relaxed nerve from here, normal sine wave, very minimal sine wave, and get a less functional organ, muscle tissue, whatever it might be. Well, how do you think someone feels here? How's their mood? An irritated nerve. What do you think?
Not too good.
Not too bueno at all. Irritated, grouchy, road rage when they get out of the driveway. Done. Come home, irritated all the time. And over time, as they get that, they don't sleep very well. So over time, they go from being irritated, excited, to overall from there to being anxious and depressed. And people get this and they're on medication. Medication will help their muscles feel better, right? What they feel, or even sleep, but not fix the nerves causing the actual problem. So our job with the exercises we take here, how do we find the causation of the issue, not just how you're feeling.
Makes sense.
That's the plan. I'm trying to make sense. I'm trying. Any questions about this diagram? All right. Moving forward.
See why
This is like the advanced class.
the body is just an EMF. That's why I have one EMF.
That makes sense to me if you want to rationalize that way.
Well, no, I tend to be hazardous to electronic equipment.
Oh, you like to put your finger in the wall or something?
No,
Just break it?
no, it just,
It stops working.
Oh, Okay, so it just stops working because you had it last.
Well, you've heard of people that magnetize watches.
Yes.
My sister will do that. I don't do that, but we do have, our computers don't last long.
Is it because it just doesn't, it's a polarity thing in your body?
I have no idea. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's definitely when I was taking my CAD architectural drawing classes, and I would point at my computer screen, I'd get an arc like that, a blue arc.
Just by...
Just getting close to it.
So you have a higher polarity in your body.
Apparently.
I just did a talk today with a guy that does biomagnetism, and he focuses on that, how to get people to become more balanced out by when people are too polarized or too magnetic per se, they attract sometimes positive acidic things versus negative things. So they're more prone for viruses, bacteria, sickness for them too. So you use biomagnetism to help negate that. Become more of an alkaline environment in your body, which is more neutral versus acidic is more feeding a virus or a bacteria.
That makes sense. I hadn't thought about that, but yeah.
Learn something every day.
Well, batteries are make electrical charge through acids.
A circuit is very simple, right?
Just a big old battery.
A circuit allows your body to transfer energy through the body. If you break the circuit, energy flow stops.
Yep.
And we all die. And we go somewhere, I don't know what Next two things.
That one's still a question.
We don't know yet until we get there. These are to work together. The nerve chart is going to correlate with how the nerves flow from the spine through the body areas of the body and what symptoms it may cause. This is from Gray's Anatomy. Gray's Anatomy is the Bible for anyone who studies human physiology, medical doctors, chiropractors, podiatrists, nurses.
The TV show.
There you go. If you watch TV, you know everything about medicine you need to know. ER. I loved to watch ER before. Perfect. But how do we correlate these things? Okay. After we're born, we have what happens to our body. We have stress that can happen in our body. Okay? Number one is the effect of muscle dysfunction, or I call it exercise as a way to present it, but really how the muscles are affected. Okay? Which is common, right? People come in for muscle pain or a chiropractor. That's what people come in for. It's common knowledge. So there, if you go down to your chart, get this out of the way, down to C6, right here. First, I think 6 down, I guess. That one go over to location of neck muscles, neck tightness, upper shoulder tightness for 1, 2. Tonsils is where the nerves do affect the organs, and it causing what? Stiff neck, pain in the upper back and arms. Okay. Also, been cough and things like that too. Croup. At that point, you realize those organs here in these areas can cause problems where it can stay here in the neck, even travel sometimes down the arm, causing neuropathy. And those same things here control in some parts of your lower tonsils and also part of your mandibular or mouth membrane too. I like the head nodding. I like the agreement in all these topics that I have here today. Let's jump down to the bottom one of that exercise, one called subluxation of the L4 at backaches and sciatica. Subluxation, what that word means, is when a joint gets stuck, it doesn't move properly.
It's on this page.
Yep, yes, I'm doubling up there too. Doubling. You got it. Jeez, you got a couple cups of coffee today, didn't you? You got ready to go. You're ready. So L4, when you go down there, it controls prostate gland, muscles of the lower back, and sciatica. Sciatica is those nerves from the lower back forming one trunk, branching off from there, from those nerves, down the legs, sometimes down the back, down the front, down the groin, down the foot, down to the feet. We'll have a different presentation for the same type of problem. So all these nerves form one trunk. Lower back, since we push sciatic area, look at this. Oh, see the light? That's where it's happening, people. 1979 model still works. It dies, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it anymore. So here, that nerve goes from the lower back down the leg when that L4 is pinched, along with affecting the prostate, affecting the urethra, affecting the lower intestines too.
So when you do the adjustment,
Yes.
What is actually adjusting it? Is it the vertebrae connecting to the hips?
Vertebrae connecting to the bones above to keep those discs separated.
I see.
If those discs stay separated, the spinal disc, then they don't pinch the nerve.
Okay.
At that point, you don't get the symptoms of what you're feeling relative to when it stays locked up or tight. At that point, these nerves will fire, causing these problems here. So separating the bones, with the bones connected in there, allows things to move normally, because you have normal bones, they just lock themselves up.
Are the hips actually connected to the backbone?
Yes, hips are connected right here, down to your L5 vertebrae. Hip bones, I'm sorry, let's back this up. Hips connect to your tailbone, part of your spine, connect into your L5 spinal vertebrae.
Oh, but they're connected
But they're
to your
connected.
tailbone.
Tailbone is part of your spine,
Oh, I see.
as far as I know.
They're right.
I haven't changed the rules yet. Yep. All right, that finger hurts now. Push that button so long. Soft, getting soft here. All right, next one, diet. How do your nerves affect diet or nutrition? Another way to say that. Okay. Your nerves in this one, that connection again, is going to be T6. Go down to T6. If I read that, it connects to stomach. Diet, stomach makes sense, right? Stomach problems, including nervous stomach, indigestion, heartburn, dyspepsia, things like that causing issues. So when we get that, dyspepsia is actually GERD. Couldn't. How you doing? Yeah, we close at 6:30. Girls already left. Sorry about that.
All right, buddy.
No worries. Good. So overall, when you have that issue, can it cause the stomach? Yes, it can. People that get that have problems where they have pain right back here in that same area. You call it your thoracic lumbar junction, right thereage. And you have problems where you lean forward too much. You lean forward, where does all that pressure end up? Right there. So your posture is part of this issue where it can keep your body relaxed and straight and upright. Good posture keeps those nerves not from firing. At that point, those nerves don't fire, you don't have those issues. So that area right here, I think it's right here, yep. Higher maybe. Where am I? Where's this one? I need to mark these better. Right there. T6 right there. Causing stomach issues. Look at that flashing stomach. Looks like it's an injury or danger or something. I don't know.
Up, huh?
Well, it also causes too problems where you can't breathe because when you're like this, so ribs get stuck. Mm-hmm. When ribs get stuck, it can't inhale, so it causes pain. Robert, question.
No, she was saying that high up, and
Yeah.
you know how if I
Mhm.
eat too fast or eat too much, I feel it here. Well,
That's
Yeah.
the word of dyspepsia. To look up the word dyspepsia, but that's what it is. Get that reflux in your body. Stomach can't function well enough, so the acid in the stomach goes where? Higher up. Goes through your esophagus. There's a sphincter right there, the pyloric hole. At that point, it goes right through there. That can cause it to burn too. All right. Oh, amazing, Alfred. Yes, I learned something today.
I'm wondering if, I think that might be the valve that got, because with the bypass, after bypass,
The pyloric.
yeah, there's one valve in the stomach that gets taken out, I think.
My dad had the ring put in when he had bariatric surgery.
Oh, uh-huh.
So they closed that off enough so he couldn't put enough food down there they normally would.
So that was put at that spot.
Like a band, if you want to call it that. So they kept it, they didn't replace it, but they kept it there, but they made it not want to open up enough to allow too much food.
Yeah, there you go. I wonder if that's from that part down is this part of the stomach they removed, because they actually removed part of the stomach.
Okay. And stomach can expand or contract, but if you move it, it allows you not to have that need to fill the space.
Exactly.
The technology's gotten a lot better
But
since my dad has too.
If that valve is gone, that's why he's like backing up. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying gone, but it's something to where be careful how. And I have my oldest stepson has a friend, and he eats very, very slow. Like you're done and you've had everything. You've gone to the store and come back and you're still eating. This is nothing, but that keeps your body from wanting to eat too much, but also allows things to digest faster.
Except in my family.
Yeah.
But my sister Colleen
Yes.
and Lynn, my other sister,
Okay, I meant
are
Colleen, yeah.
slow. No, you have no.
Yeah.
You're yeah. Look at you.
You're right.
Anyways, we can still eat
Yeah.
and not have. And yet we're real slow eaters. I'm the fastest of all of them, and I'm slow.
You're the turtle and they're the snails.
Yes.
Got it. Speed wise.
Yes.
Got it. And that's the thing is when you do right now I'm trying to slow down what I eat and how much I eat for one too. When you give yourself time to eat longer, your hypothalamus, it turns on to where you don't have to eat because it's a delayed reaction. When you eat, it takes a while to feel to feel full. But give that time to react. At that point, your body can actually not eat as much. Dogs don't have that. My dog I can put food out, gone, food out, gone, food out, gone, because it goes outside and sometimes throws up because it eats too much. Comes back and eats some more. What is wrong with you?
That's why I'm always asking you if you're eating too fast, because that's a real problem for me. He's always been a real fast eater.
And if you drink alkaline water, it's supposed to dissipate some of that to change the pH a little bit. So I might like to drink just lukewarm, room temperature alkaline water. Try that to help that pH stay low to get that acidic stomach to relax more. That I've heard. I haven't tried it myself. But something that word does sometimes work.
Yeah.
All right. So like same thing with the polarity.
I was just going to say, maybe I should try alkaline water.
Well, the polarity of the magnetism of being more electrical charged like you are helps negate that. So you walk into a big computer room, you don't shock all the computers and destroy them. Again, sleep. Next one. Number 3 is sleep. 10. One of the best. It's not maybe just grind out. Okay. How is sleep affected by nerves? This is a good one. This is one to where people don't realize how people get stressed out sometimes. Go to C1. Okay, C1 is the very top one, apex. Whatever symbol you want to use. Affects blood supply of the head, pituitary gland, scalp, bones of the face, brain, inner and middle ear, sympathetic nervous system. If it causes middle and inner ear, what do you think that can cause? Symptom-wise. Just from that middle ear stuff. Vertigo, dizziness, like that. We treat a lot of people for that, even though they may not have a spinal problem, can they get those nerves to calm down at the very top of the skull. Okay? Also, effects are headaches, nervous insomnia, head colds, high blood pressure, migraines, headaches, nervous breakdowns, amnesia, chronic tiredness, and dizziness. If you're under stress, can all these things here on the effects be affected? Can they happen? It happens. Your nerves work on a cyclical system to where there's two things. There's serotonin, and endorphins. Should I spell it right? And these are your relaxed hormones. Okay, this is how your body stays relaxed. These hormones are produced through your adrenals. They'll go to every part of your body, your organs, your lungs, your muscles, your brain, everything. So not only is your body relaxed, also your brain's relaxed too. Okay, with motion, that's how your body produces serotonin, endorphins on its own naturally. With positive thoughts, with neurofeedback. Anything that gets your body to have that sense of relaxation, boom, right there. The other effect under stress, hormones, is your catecholamines. You make me spell this out, are you? Catecholamines. That's close enough. And also cortisol. Everyone's kind of heard of cortisol. At that point, these are your pain or stress hormones.
The first one is too?
The first one is if you break these up right there. So at that point, when you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger like your ancestors were, hopefully these kick in. At that point, blood goes to where? Our extremities. To get the heck out of there. Our blood goes to our lungs. At that point, we breathe heavier. Our heart increases rapidly. So we get the heck out of there. The problem is most people live in this state based on how much stress they deal without dealing with their stress. So now their lower body has problems we talked about earlier with arrhythmia, with nervousness, going from anxiety to depression, insomnia. People come in here, they're in pain, yes. Chronic pain, yes. I ask them, how do you sleep? Do you sleep well? No. What do you have when you wake up? I don't feel relaxed. I feel like I didn't recharge. You don't get what's called the lower deep delta and theta sleep hurts of your brain, where your brain doesn't shut down the lower ways. It stays in excited state the whole time. So your hormones stay here, so that feedback loop keeps your body in the stress state. You get worn out. Those nerves start shutting down, so your body gets, okay, what else can I do? All right, any questions about that? Keeping these joints loose at the top, the neck, the whole spine, the movement there, and you moving too, as we talked about with exercise and stretching, allows your body to maintain this state, the relaxed state, staying out of the stress state.
I think my body produces those when I exercise because it makes me mad.
Apologize for that. Hope over time you feel better from that.
I've never met an endorphin.
My wife says the same
I'll
thing.
say.
My sister's like, anytime I exercise I feel worse. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. You're not human. You're not human. I don't know what it
I've
is.
been told that.
You're not human. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe
It's not
that's it.
humanly possible.
Yeah.
Any questions about my hormone feedback loop, rest,
Those
relaxation?
those are all hormones?
Yes, all hormones. Hormones produce adrenals. All hormones, they break the blood-brain barrier to affect everything in your body. Every tissue body is affected by stress or relax hormones. Either one.
Ever
Fact.
heard of anybody having those backward?
Only you. And my wife.
And your wife.
And my wife. Two people that I know. Exercise I feel worse. I don't tell you. But and again, I mean, going back to everyone's body's different. So you have to figure out what you like. Like most people here, when I treat them, they like the ice. It makes them feel better. Once a blue moon, maybe 1 out of 30 people, they don't like ice. It makes them worse. Great, I read in their chart, they'll do that with that person is special. Hear that person's specialty. That's a word. Specialty? Not sure. Number 4 is, what's number 4? Does it say PMA?
Yeah.
PMA. What does PMA stand for? What is that abbreviation? Looking at each other like, I don't know, what do you know? What do you think it is? Not PMS, completely different.
Pain management something?
I like that, that's a close one. What can A stand for? What happens in your brain? Positive or negative?
Attitude?
Attitude, yes. I put the M, just kind of confuses people. Positive mental attitude. So we talked about C1, right? How C1 up here affects nervousness, insomnia, headaches, chronic fatigue, breakdowns, blah, blah, blah. Headache. So at that point, if you're relaxed, then you have a positive mental attitude. Maintaining that through your routine, if it works for you, allows things to stay healthy. That's the plan. Is that a good plan?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. When you have a good attitude, then you're going to be motivated to maintain your routine, your habits. Then you're going to stay healthy. I have to see I'm too busy as it is. Come on, people. And you maintain it on your own so that everything stays healthy. All right?
Well, I think we have that one down.
Yes, I think you've learned it very well. Take some time when you're there. Last one. HNS. What could that stand for? Again, a confusing abbreviation. One of those higher thought processes. What do we think? What have we learned about today? What did we talk about?
Something about the nervous system.
Yes, so what would the H stand for? Sick or...
Oh, a healthy nervous
Yes!
system. Oh.
You should be on Jeopardy or something.
Shit.
Be a great Jeopardy person.
No.
This allows, again, going back to your paper here, your nerve chart, I'll read it because it makes just perfect sense. The nervous system controls and coordinates all organs and structures of the human body by Gray's Anatomy. Okay? At that point, that quote tells you everything you got to know. So our job here as chiropractors is not to help fix bones. Yes, we move bones, but we fix your nervous system so the millivoltage works properly, so everything here that can stress your body stays relaxed and healthy, so you live a healthy, relaxed, and strong life. Boom. Whatever stress you deal with, you can counter that with how much you have to exercise and stretch and sleep. And obviously, diet's always a big thing too. Any questions? That's all I got. Does that make sense how things work? Though?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
I was very interested in the beginning about how the body, the whole thing.
How things connect together like a wireless, like an old phone system.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I knew it did, but I didn't know that, like, the nervous system and the way it developed and all that.
and nerves connect, they're all over the body. When we're in school, we had to break down a human body cadaver from the skin down to the bone. You see all those nerves travel like a wiring system all the way through everywhere.
And they're all connected from the spinal cord, right?
Yes.
I mean,
They all-
spinal
Spinal cord. So they all connect from the spinal cord and branch off all the way out from each position.
But the problem is, some nerves travel one way, some nerves don't. Everyone's human body is different. So for example, the C6 nerve may affect here, but may also affect here too. So I would never want to be a nerve surgeon, because it's a guessing game. Go there and open things up first, then see what you have. Come with. So you have to be careful with everything. If in problems when people get injured, you realize that nerve connects to the shoulder, even though it's a neck nerve, they have shoulder problems that don't go away. Doctor will check the neck because it's a shoulder issue.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you have problems in the upper part of the neck where it affects insomnia, sleep, those keeping medications will not go away.
What causes the tremors? It's interesting.
Yeah.
Because the one thing, they're trying different medications. Right now what I'm taking is a medication for epilepsy. Only has them too.
Yeah.
Only has them too. And but they said that the only if medications don't work, the only thing that if it's really bad they can do would be brain surgery. So it's obviously got to be something.
It's nerve related.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I wonder what it is though.
Yeah.
How come you haven't fixed that?
It's the first you told them about it. Come on.
I didn't know that. It wasn't on your nurse chart. I love you so much.
Well,
All the
is
work
that
that
supposed to be up in here?
It sometimes can be part of the cranial nerves. You have nerves in the brain itself that travel out of here, and they're 1 through 12.
Oh, okay,
cranial
so
nerves.
they don't actually.
So it would be a brain surgeon. I can't get in there and move your skull. I have to get a hammer. I have no problem with the hammer, but putting it back together, I don't know. I'll trade on that part.
Yeah, I'll pass things.
Good, because I was trying to talk you out of it. Negative marketing, self-report.
Well, it doesn't sound like a good idea for the.
No.
No.
And that's all it is. How do you, if you have tremors going on for 1, 2, look at everything you're giving you. And ask questions. Okay, how does this connect to here? Can this cause other issues if I take these medications? I had someone a couple years ago, he had a weakness he had tingling in his fingers, and he could still function. So what we're going to do is we're going to cauterize one of your nerves in your neck. That will help with that. It goes, and the doctor said, won't be a problem, you'll be fine. He came out of surgery, he had no tricep strength. It's like, well, sometimes you have side effects like that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I worked at a pain management clinic,
There you
and
go.
watching the people come in they just had their backs hacked on and stuff, and they're all Oxycontin addicts and just new.
Yeah.
I would.
Took a death report one time, and guy had back surgery, and this was like 30 years before, and since that time he'd had, I think she said 40, his wife said 47 different, it was just...
They hacked on him.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, he wanted his body left his side and said, don't do this. I should be kind of...
Maybe that's what I should do with all my little oddities.
No.
Our surgeon that did our surgery, you know how much he keeps an eye on me. You can attest to this. I started going to the gym, and I put 30 pounds on.
Really?
Really, without changing my diet, anything, right?
Nothing.
Right.
Okay.
And I told that to the doctor, and he says, that's not humanly possible.
It is actually. Understand on the body
I'm
work.
here to tell you, I think I'm a human.
The number was this time last time, now it's this number. That's a positive number, right? 30 plus points? Yeah, that's considered weight.
What is that?
That's considered when you talk to the doctor.
Oh,
Just simple math.
Yeah.
How things work. And sometimes, and I did talk last month, where doctors are known and scolded when they don't listen.
Oh yeah, they don't want them to innovate.
They don't want to go, I don't know.
No.
That's a curse word for them, I don't know, versus, hey, let me find out why that can happen.
Yeah.
Talk to a dietitian, which isn't a medical doctor, how that can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, wasn't that kidney doctor was more like that? Remember that the one out there at the transplant place?
The Chinese guy?
Yeah. And it was more, his attitude was very refreshing because it was more like,
We don't know everything.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Let's get sent to a
But it's
specialist.
like,
We
it's
figure out
idea,
first.
they don't allow for the human element where everybody is different.
Everyone's unique.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have seen her with, I forget what the medication was that you were taking, but I mean, her pupils were blown out, and you know, I have
That was some
testified
kind
in
of
court
cold
that,
medicine.
I mean, I measured them, and it's like, I
That's
could go
not
in as,
normal.
I could go in as a drug expert and say, anybody with their pupils blown out like that would be, or that isn't the phrase you'd use, dilated. But no, at 6 millimeters, she would have to be under the influence of, you know, cocaine, methamphetamine, something in.
Type of hyperactive.
Yeah, and but it's like, not only do I know her well enough to know she hasn't done that, but I've been with her the past 24 hours. I know it couldn't be.
So she took something that happened, so it was probably that something that made it happen.
I
Well,
think
it was some kind of cold medicine or
Yeah.
something. I was getting over the flu or something.
But you know what the variable is,
Something like
which is good.
Yeah.
You know what the variable that caused that issue to happen.
Well, but not exactly, because I can never be sure how I'm going to react to medication.
You don't know
I
until
don't.
you take it.
Yeah.
Nobody
Sometimes, well, sometimes I'll get an adverse reaction, and sometimes I won't. I used to have an adverse reaction to caffeine, and then it didn't bother me so much. Of course, now I don't take it because, besides the fact that my inhalers for my asthma and COPD exacerbate the shaking.
Unless you want the excitement, you want to hold off from caffeine.
Yeah. But like you were talking about the energy drinks, I don't know what the big deal is. They don't do a darn thing to me.
Yeah.
Again, everyone's different.
That's the thing. And yet,
And she can take Benadryl that is quite often used. I mean, that's usually what you take to make you go to sleep.
Yeah.
And she's just bouncing off the
All right,
walls.
I'm ready now.
but I've been taking it now and it's not doing that.
Yeah.
It's your
And
body
yet,
chemistry.
I know, and I can't count on anything. Like this Primadon that I'm taking for the tremors.
Yes.
They said, oh, it'll make you sleepy, so take it at night. And when I first started taking it, I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
Because that brain thing you were talking about, where your brain clean suffers from that,
Yeah.
where a brain won't shut down.
It keeps moving and moving and
Yeah.
moving. And it's considered, I had talk today with a neurofeedback guy, you're staying at a higher hertz level where your brain's excited the whole time. And you can't stay there too long because it'll wear itself out, and you drop. And you get back up there slowly. So having that lower, relaxed, healthier state is good. When you get to that higher state, your brain will kind of overreact and then shut it down.
Well, yeah, it takes toll, your body, you're more prone, like you said, to get sick and stuff.
Yeah, your body can't handle that higher state too long. That higher brain wave.
Biofeedback, huh?
Yeah.
It works with that?
It works with that. It allows things to, and what we talked about today, is to say a normal brain wave, like we talked about the nerves too, how they work, where it doesn't cause things to become over-exaggerated, where it can cause scarring in the brain, where you want to stay at that point. The problem is when people lifestyle everything.
Yeah, imagine meditation kind of works like biofeedback, right?
It gets you the lower state. Lower health, there's a medium where you want to stay in. Too low is where you stay in a sleep coma state. Too high is where you stay excited state, where you get worn out. To that medium state.
Yeah, more in that little coolness.
So yoga, meditation, breathing exercise, something that gets you that better state to where it can stay there. But it's so effective around for thousands of years.
Yeah, that would be good for cooling yoga.
It helps. I do yoga once a week. That's my routine.
Yeah.
It helps me relax
You
and
do it at the
stretch.
gym?
At the YM.
At the Y?
Yeah. They have a
You
class
wait.
on Tuesday at 9.
Do they? Is it pretty like in
It's
the morning?
In the morning, yeah. It was funny. This one guy I've never seen before. He walked in and started doing yoga. 7-8 minutes in, he was snoring.
What?
He was out. My wife's next to him. She's laughing because his hand was on her mat. She's like, she is out.
Whoa.
Until someone like drops him, he didn't wake up. But it put him. It went because he was probably more of a tired, excited state. Just dropped him.
Do most of the things you do, you have to be able to get up and down off the floor?
Not necessarily.
No?
Everyone's their own pace. I have people that are younger, older, in there for. I do more for stretching,
Uh-huh.
get that benefit, but it's people are any age. It's a good way to do it in a controlled environment where you let them tell you how long to do the exercise for, not yourself. Because myself, I do it a lot shorter.
I think yoga would be more of the type of exercise that I could do, but on my knees, I can't get up and down off the floor.
You can stay on the, sometimes we're on the mat the whole time. We rotate from your back to your stomach to your side, sitting up, sitting down, but you're on the mat the whole time.
Oh.
You know, it applies where you get up and down. It applies more of the workout part of it. But it's a good way to stretch your overall body so things loosen up, and that helps me with lifting weights so it doesn't tighten everything up.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't wear the yoga pants. That'd be weird. That's just me. Thank you for coming in today.
He won't wear.
I hope this talk helps explain how your body is created so nerves control everything in the body, your nervous system. Our job as chiropractors is to control nervous system by making it overall relax. Then your body's muscle tissue, your body's organs, your body's overall brain state of health stays relaxed so it can function normally, right? All my talks allow things to happen like this. Your overall body can stay healthy, and you can tolerate more stress of your daily life. Always live in dog-eat-dog world for the most part. That's when your body's under stress, tolerate more stress doesn't become effective to cause pain, weakness, tingling, and burning, even to overall stressed body. Right, so I hope you enjoyed this talk. Like as usual in our show notes, we have links to the full video of this talk, along with our previous podcast, along with our show notes too. All right, so enjoy the week, and I'll see you next week.